What languages were spoken at the San Antonio missions? Have you ever wondered about the languages that filled the air at the San Antonio missions? This World Heritage Site is not just a beautiful landmark. It is a place where cultures and languages intertwined. The San Antonio missions were established by Franciscan friars in the 18th century, and Spanish was the primary language spoken there. The friars used Spanish to communicate with the indigenous peoples, aiming to convert them to Christianity and integrate them into Spanish colonial society. However, the missions were home to a rich tapestry of indigenous languages as well. Among the native peoples, languages such as Coyultico, Aranama, Karanama, Karankawa, and Caddo were spoken. These languages came from various tribal groups that lived in South Texas and the surrounding areas. Each group brought its unique traditions and cultural identities to the missions, making the linguistic environment quite diverse. The missions served as cultural crossroads, where the Spanish language and Christian teachings were introduced. Unfortunately, this often came at the cost of indigenous languages and religious practices. The Franciscan friars not only taught Spanish but also introduced civil government, Christianity, and various trades like farming and blacksmithing. This led to a gradual decline in the use of native languages among the mission populations. Despite these challenges, many indigenous peoples managed to retain aspects of their languages and cultural practices. Seasonal gatherings and trade outside the missions allowed them to maintain their identities. Today, descendants of these indigenous groups are actively working to preserve their languages and traditions, viewing the missions as places of both cultural disruption and survival. In summary, the languages spoken at the San Antonio missions included Spanish, primarily used by the missionaries, and several indigenous languages such as Coyultico, Aranama, Karanama, Karankawa, and Caddo. This linguistic diversity reflects the complex interactions of colonization, religious conversion, and indigenous resilience at this sacred historical site.